the Bible says, in all thy getting, get understanding. And so, with that being said, yesterday I received a phone call from my mother. And I'm not going to go into details out of respect for her. And she was calling me because a close family member of mine brought some things to her, brought some things to her attention. And when I say her, I mean my mother. And so, let's just say, a couple of days ago, I did a Facebook Live addressing Clarissa Shields. And let's just say I received a lot of backlash from that live. And that's fine for me, because what people need to understand, one thing about me is that I am a content creator. And backlash comes with the territory. Backlash also comes with being a prophetess, being an evangelist, having a ministry. Backlash comes with the territory. So hang on, because I'm going somewhere. Now, whether you choose to stay and watch the whole video, that's up to you. I don't really care one way or the other. I would hope that you would choose to stay, because I'm going to make several valid points. Now, with that being said, because I'm going to address several things in this video. I'm going to address monitoring spirits. I'm going to address purpose. I'm going to address so many things in this video, but I'm going to keep it short and cute. My close family member brought some things to my mother's attention concerning the live that I did on Clarissa Shields. Here's the thing. And people can feel however they want to feel. I really don't care. If people haven't figured that out about me by now, then I don't know what to tell you, because I honestly don't care. I think that a lot of people's perception of me, I think a lot of people think that I'm performative. I think that they think that I'm performing. And this new version of me is not who I really am. But I cannot worry about the opinions of others. That's not how I live my life. There was a time in my life where I sought validation from people, where I wanted to feel accepted, in the sense, like in my early 20s, like when I was 19, 20, 21, there was a time when I wanted to feel accepted, and I wanted to be liked by everybody. I wanted everybody to like me. But now that I'm a year shy of being 40, I don't really care what people think about me. I never have really thought what people cared, how people felt about me, or what they thought about me. But there was a brief period in my life where I wanted everybody to like me, and now I really don't give a flying, you know what. Honestly, I don't. But I'm saying that to say, I know that there are a lot of people who want me to shut the up, fill in the blank, respectfully. I know this. And that's not going to happen. I know there are a lot of people that want me to be quiet. I know there are a lot of people who don't like the things that I speak on. I know that there are a lot of people who watch me secretly and who are wishing and waiting on me to fail. I have been building my ministry and my brand for 6 years with little to no support, minimal support. I do not have a church backing me. I do not have anyone backing me. And that is fine with me. That is okay with me. I'm at a place in my life where I do not need validation. I do not need people's approval. They can take their opinion of me and what I do and shove them up there, because I really don't care what people think. I just don't. I am a straight shooter. I've always been a straight shooter. I've always been a leader. I've never been a follower. I've never needed validation or acceptance. I have never performed off the opinions of others. That's just never been me. I've never been a follower. And so it's just so ironic to me when people come on my platforms and they watch my videos and they project their preconceived notions of me onto me, and they think that I'm chasing clout. No, this is really who I am. And that's the thing, what makes me so special and unique and different from most people, because what I've learned is that most people are fake, and most people are performative, and most people are wearing a mask. And so when I come around, whether it be via a job or, that's pretty much where all I go now is work and home. I don't really go anywhere as of right now in my life. But for the most part, when I'm at work or when I'm working at different locations or whatever, a lot of people project their preconceived notions onto me. A lot of people project their insecurities onto me. And that's their issue. That's their problem. I want to say this. I have flaws and I have insecurities just like everybody else. What sets me apart from other people or from most people is the fact that I choose to embrace my flaws. What sets me apart from most people is I don't care what people think about me or what people say about me. I don't need the approvals of others. I don't need the opinions of others. I don't seek validation. And when you are a person like myself who is well put together and you are bold and you are authentic and you don't back down to nothing or nobody, you are boisterous, you walk confidently, you know who you are, you walk in authority, you set boundaries. What I have learned is that people do not like these things. And what I've also learned is that people do not like the truth. Because what people don't understand is that my ministry that I have built and that I am building from the ground up, brick by brick, it is based on hardcore, pure, unadulterated truth. And if that offends you, that is a you problem. That is not a me problem. I am not angry. I am not crazy. I am not drunk. I am not any of these things. It's just people have made up in their minds that they have a perception of me, and they are determined, not all people, because I'm not speaking to you if the shoe does not fit. So if the shoe does not fit, don't wear it. You should not be offended, but you're only offended if what I'm saying makes you feel some type of way. Okay? Because I don't take offense to things that don't apply to me. And you should do the same. So I don't understand why people or certain people are so bothered by the truth. You know, I don't understand why certain people are so bothered about my content and what I post and how I choose to utilize my platforms. And that's the thing. How I choose to utilize my platforms is how I choose to utilize my platforms. Okay? I'm not going to stop posting less because it makes people uncomfortable. I'm not going to stop addressing things because it makes people feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to stop calling people out. That's not going to happen. I am not going to dim my light. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to water down my message. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to do anything that I've been doing for the past 6 years for the sake of others and for the sake of others' opinions. I'm not a yes woman. I've never been a yes woman. I've never been a do girl. I just never really cared what people have thought about me or what they have to say about me. One thing I have learned is that people are going to talk about you regardless of whether you are doing good or whether you are doing bad. People will always have an opinion of you no matter what you do. And the reality is, no matter sometimes how good you are to a person, if a person does not see your value, if they do not know your worth, if they don't really like you, if they don't really rock with you like that, no matter how much you bend over them backwards, no matter how much you do for them, if they are an ungrateful person, and they are an unappreciative person, or they just don't like you, or they're mean-spirited or envious or jealous-hearted, it doesn't matter how good you are to them, it doesn't matter what you do for them, they are always going to find fault in you no matter what you do, no matter what you say. And like I told my mother on the phone yesterday, this is how the conversation went. It went something like this, because she brought something to me who was brought to her by someone else. And the someone else is a close family member of mine who watches me. She doesn't anymore because I blocked her on Facebook. No love lost if she happens to see this. I don't care one way or the other. That's where I'm at with it. There is no beef. There is none of that. It's just I refuse to allow people to keep watching me and to keep monitoring me and to keep surveillancing me, and they don't support me. They don't like anything I post. They don't engage. They don't share. They don't like. They don't comment. They monitor and then they go back and discuss. They monitor and then they go back and talk amongst their friends. They monitor to criticize. They don't watch me to get understanding or to get insight or to get clarity. And I'm not talking about all people. I'm talking about a specific group of people who are monitoring spirits, who are haters, who are really intrigued by me, who are really inspired by me. But because it is me, because they do not like this new version of me, because they do not like what I'm saying and what I'm building, and because they don't want it to be me, and because I'm not the person who I used to be, Now people want to come against me. They want to attack me. They want to try to stop what I'm doing. They want to try to discourage me and detour me from what I'm doing. They want to come and monitor me and come and watch me and try to discourage me and try to detour me from what I'm doing because they don't like the things that I'm saying, because it offends them, because they don't have enough balls to do what I'm doing. They don't have enough confidence to do what I'm doing. They're not bold enough to say the things that I say. They just don't have what it takes to do what I do and to say what I say. You have to be a strong-minded individual to get on platforms like I get on and say the things that I say and stand on them and stand on business and not give a damn what nobody thinks. You got to be a bold individual to get on these platforms and say the things that I say and do the things that I do and call out the people that I call out. And that's what offends people. That's what bothers people, because my boldness, it offends them. My light, it irritates their demons. My truth, or the truth, it offends them, because most people are confident and they are happy and they enjoy living in darkness, just like the Bible said that they would. Most people enjoy, or they like to engage or indulge in darkness rather than light. So when they see a person like myself who is walking in truth, who is walking in authenticity, who is walking in boldness, who is walking in authority, I know who I am. I know my purpose. I'm ambitious. I'm driven. I'm resilient. It offends them, because it's like, who are you to get back up after life has kicked you? Who are you to keep getting back up after you have been at rock bottom after rock bottom? Who are you to keep getting back up after being lied on? Who are you to get back up after being slandered and talked about? Who are you to keep getting back up after failure and setback after setback and adversity after adversity and trial after trial and tribulation after tribulation? Who are you to keep putting on clothes and make yourself look presentable and be put well together when behind closed doors you really don't have it all together? You really just out here trying to trust God. You really just trying to make it day by day and not give up and not throw in the towel. Who are you? So people have a misconception of me, and I'm done explaining. I'm done explaining or trying to get people to see that God is with me. I'm done trying to convince people of my anointing or to get them to see things in me that they choose not to see. I am done explaining myself. I will no longer compromise. I will no longer explain anything to anyone who is hell-bent on misconceiving me and misconstruing everything that I stand for. I'm no longer explaining myself. I'm no longer proving a point. I'm no longer doing anything. What you see me doing on my platforms, it is for me. It is not for you. So if you don't like what I post, I don't care one way or the other. I honestly do not care. What I post, it is for me. What I post, it is for my target audience. My target audience is not my family. My target audience is not fake friends or co-workers. My target audience is not for a hater on the front line who is secretly waiting on me to fail and praying and wishing on my downfall. You're not my target audience. Okay, I know that there are a lot of people praying on my downfall. There are a lot of people rooting and waiting for me to fail. There are a lot of people plotting against me. There are a lot of people who have lied on me, who have thrown salt on my name. So when I come on here, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from pain. I'm speaking from things that I have gone through. So if you're waiting for me to stop posting, it's never going to happen. If you're waiting on me to fail, it's never going to fail. If I was going to fail, if I was going to throw in the towel, I would have already threw it in by now, because I got so many things coming up against me that it's not even funny. Okay? Just because a person looks the part, just because a person makes it look good or makes it look pretty, that doesn't mean that they're not going through anything. It doesn't mean that they're not suffering. It doesn't mean that they're not hurting. It doesn't mean that they think that they're all that. It doesn't mean that I'm holier than thou. How I dress, how I carry myself, it has nothing to do with you, and it has everything to do with me. If my boundaries offend you, that is a personal problem. If the way that I dress offends you, that is a personal problem. If my ebonics offends you, if my slang offends you, that is a personal problem. I don't care. That's a you problem. That's not a Sasha problem. I honestly don't care. I don't care. So I'm not going to stop posting. I don't care if you don't like what I post. Keep scrolling. And it amazes me how people think that they can come on my platforms and think that they can tell me what to do and say on my platforms. It's not going to happen. Hell will freeze over first. It's not going to happen. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care who is offended. If somebody come to you and ask you about me, tell them to come ask me. Because I find it strange that in reality, when I see people in person, that same energy that they had on the internet, or when I see them, they don't have that same energy. But I can assure you, the way that you see me on my platforms is the way that I am in real life. And if I blocked you on here, I blocked you for a reason. I blocked you because you watch me and you never engage. And you're not going to mess up my analytics. I'm not going to continue to watch people watch me, but they don't engage or they don't support. But you want to monitor me because you want something to go back and talk about, something to go back to discuss, I got people hating on me and praying on my downfall and secretly waiting on me to fail. And that includes family. And this I know to be true. I know it's people taking screenshots of what I'm doing. I know it's people having conversations and discussing me. They don't like what I'm posting. They don't like the things that I'm saying. They don't like the way that I dress. They don't like my boldness. And it offends them. And ask me, do I care? No, I don't. Because you need friends. You need validation. I don't. And that also bothers people. And another thing, when I go to work, I mind my business. I do my job to the best of my ability. Just because I dress a certain way or carry myself a certain way, that don't mean that I think I'm all that. That don't mean that I think I'm better than you. Just because I'm saved and just because I have a ministry, that don't mean that I think that I'm holier than thou. It just means that I know what God has done for me. It just means I have a relationship with God. You should get you one. That means that I fear God. And that's the problem. Most people don't fear God, and that's the reason why they do the things that they do, and that's the reason why they carry themselves how they carry themselves. That's the reason why they have no problem with disrespecting me and saying all types of things to me. And let me tell you something. The reason why I've been coming so hard for Claressa Shields is because Claressa Shields is not a professional athlete when it comes to professionalism. She's not. She's a mean girl. She's insecure. She's prideful. She's arrogant. And if me calling her out on her bullish offends you, that's a personal problem. You can take your opinion of me and shove it up your you-know-what, and you can keep scrolling. Because I will not stop talking about Claressa Shields. I will talk about whoever I want, whenever I want, however I want, and nobody's going to do anything about it. All you're going to do is... And if you're disrespectful in the comments, that's going to get you blocked. So you can take your opinions of me and you know where you can shove it. Because I don't care one way or the other about your opinions and what you think about me. I really don't. I really, really don't. It's a lot of people that really got me upped up in real life. On my platforms, on social media, at my jobs, past jobs, my current job, family members, it's a lot of people that really got me effed up in real life. But you about to F around and you about to find out that I am not the one. My cutoff game is real strong. It's real lethal. And that block list is getting longer and longer and longer. And as I stated before, if I blocked you on social media, it's not no beef on my end, because I'm too old to beef. I don't beef. I'm too sanctified, filled with the Holy Spirit, which y'all call the Holy Ghost, to be sitting up here beefing with somebody that don't pay my bills. So I ain't beefing with you. I ain't beefing with nobody. I ain't mad at you. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about what you think about me. If my confidence and my boldness offends you, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. And I must continue to sit on my couch in my living room or at the park or wherever I feel like it and talk about whoever I want to talk about whenever I want to talk about them. Because I'm a content creator. Because I'm an evangelist. Because I'm a prophetess. And that's the problem. Y'all enable people when they are wrong, and you don't call them out when they are wrong. And that's why people continue to do the effed up stuff that they do. Like Claressa Shields, who is hardy and arrogant and prideful, and she thinks that she is invincible and can't be touched. But anyway, this video ain't about her. But I just wanted to throw that in there. But what I was saying was, it was brought to my mother's attention that I went live, and this family member didn't like the way that I conducted myself on my live. And you know why? She enjoys darkness. And the type of people that she associates herself with are the very kind of people that engage in the type of behavior that Claressa Shields engages in. They the type of people that sit up and gossip and talk about each other on Facebook in their little group chats and in their little text message groups. They sit up and talk about each other and sit up and talk about other people. They in relationships and they have significant others, and they also have sneaky links. That's what they do. So that's why they don't have no problem with Claressa Shields being a mistress and a side chick. Because the type of behavior that Claressa engages in, that's the type of behavior that they engage in. They messy. And she messy too. And I don't care if she get offended. Because ain't nobody gonna do nothing. This is my platform, and I'm going to say what I want to say, and I'm going to stand on business. And if you don't like it, that's a you problem. That's not a you problem. That's why I blocked them. The whole little clique. All on. My family member, and she can get mad, she can get glad, she can get mad, she can get glad again. And I sure did. I did unfriend her. Because while you sitting up here, every time when I go live, you always on my live. You always watching me. You always watching me. You be in my stories, but you watch, but you don't never like nothing. So what you looking at? You looking so you can go back and criticize. You looking so you can go back and tell my mama, like she finna come run something, like she finna come reprimand me and make me stop doing what I'm doing. Like I'm not grown. Like I'm not damn near 40 years old. Cause you don't like the things that I'm saying. Cause you like sin. Cause you like mess. Cause you like drama. Cause you're insecure. Cause you need validation. And if you see this video, I love you. I ain't got nothing but love for you. But you just need to respect me and respect my decisions and respect my life. Respect my choices. Respect my ministry. Respect my grind. Respect my hustle. And since you don't respect it and you can't respect it, that's why you block. And whoever else don't like you, they gonna get blocked. And it don't mean that I don't love you. It don't mean that it's no beef. It just means you don't respect my life. You don't respect my purpose. You don't respect my assignment. And so since you don't respect it, you're going to get blocked. So you can discuss me behind my back like you do and don't know. You can continue to not support me. And I'm not saying that you don't support me in reality and in real life. I'm not saying that you don't do things for my children or that you haven't done things for me and that I haven't done things for you. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, it's clear to me that you don't respect my purpose. You don't respect my boundaries. You don't respect how I live my life. You don't respect what I post. You don't respect my ministry. You don't respect what I post. So it's no point of me keep trying to explain myself to people who are hell-bent on attacking me and misunderstanding me and misconstruing everything that I say. I'm not going to continue to do that. And so because I'm running out of storage, I'm going to end this right here. But I'm going to pick it back up where I left off, respectfully.